color.
You're live, it says.
Ooh, I'm live.
What's up, YouTube?
Hey.
This is my first live YouTube video. Up till then, this is a nice shot, isn't it? This is a COVID belly. You gained weight in a different place than I did. Oh wait, no. Evidently I did that too. All right.
It's a push-up bra.
Mine's not a push-up bra. I just got to lift them.
See, I can't.
You can't do that?
No.
No. Well,
I can't.
it works better if I go like that.
I can't make one boob go up.
This is just. Oh. That's why they have the check mark. Is this made for kids? No. No, it is not. They see her and they go, lunch. All right, so we're doing a live YouTube video, and let's talk about some of the testing that's going on, because you're an expert in that field, and I wanted to ask you some questions about it. Let me get this cord out of the way here.
All right, I'll try to answer.
Loop it over mine.
I don't know how much of a expert I am.
without getting you in trouble. You work in a lab.
Yes, I work in a lab.
Your lab is able to do a lot of testing, and they do that.
Yes.
And they have the availability for that testing.
Yes, we do testing on blood. We do testing on urine. We do testing on poop and sputum.
I don't even know what that is. I don't want to know. I'll have to Google it later. So how many tests are you seeing for the COVID-19 right now?
And all the tests have to be collected for the actual test, have to be collected at a doctor's office.
Right. To
see if you're positive or negative for the coronavirus.
Okay.
I want to say that our lab nationwide is seeing, I want to say it was around 250,000 a week, between 250 and 500,000 a week.
Okay.
That we're doing.
That's up considerably in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
And then more availability of testing, but you guys have always had the tests.
Yes, we've always had the test since all this
started. I touched my face.
Spray you with bleach.
Right. Don't spray me with bleach. We were talking off camera. There's a little bit of a furor right now in the national media. Not normal media, but national media, that a certain leader made some comments about disinfectants and bleach and blah, blah, blah. And he was talking to a scientist, a doctor. And I don't know, probably about, hey, maybe you could do some research on this, because I'm reading on this can, it says that it kills the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. There's got to be a way to, and we have all had that thought. We've all looked at it and go, well, if it kills it, there's got to be a way we can take whatever's in this and maybe help each other.
Yeah.
So if y'all are goofy enough, I don't recommend it, but if you're goofy enough to believe that he actually asked you to, then that's your problem. I can't help you. I can't give you common sense. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, and that goes back to the malaria medication.
Yeah. Which has warnings right on it.
Yeah. Know the difference between the medication for the malaria and what you use to clean your fish tank.
Right. Way different.
Yeah.
Way different.
Yep.
Maybe one simple molecule different, but way different effect.
Yep. One will help you feel better. One will kill you deader than a doorknob.
Right. All right. So with that said, what else we got going on? So you're seeing a lot more testing, which is a good thing.
Yes.
The testing really is being done more and more to allow for them to collect the antibodies from the other folks, right?
Yes. And this lab that I work for has now started doing the antibody testing. So that way you can find out, hey, if you didn't get tested for the coronavirus and you had a weird virus illness, over the last few months, even back to December, you can have this antibody test and it will come back negative or positive.
Right.
And it will tell you if you have any antibodies built up, because you could have had the coronavirus and just didn't realize it.
Because we didn't really
Yeah.
have any tests back then.
And also, you may not have had it that bad, or you didn't really have any symptoms at all, but you've been exposed to it and you've built up antibodies for it. So you can get that done too.
And that might help other people because
Yes.
you could donate plasma and thereby pass along those antibodies.
Yes.
All right.
And they're collecting plasma. I know that in Cape Girardeau, St. Francis Hospital is doing it to where COVID patients that are in the hospital, you can donate your plasma for them.
Okay. All right. Well, and now the test on average runs, I don't know, upwards of $50.
Yes, if
Okay.
you have no insurance.
If you have no insurance.
If you have insurance, insurance is pretty much paying.
Okay. All right. So check with your insurance policy, check with your, go to your doctor and
just call your doctor.
yeah, call them. Don't
Yeah.
go. Don't just
Yeah.
go because everybody's making appointments. So
Yeah.
don't just show up.
A lot of doctors are doing telemed, which is
True.
great. You know,
Which is a lot like going on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi,
True.
YouTube. What's up?
But
you're almost in camera right now. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Come closer.
But see, then I lose my microphone.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
Don't go to the hospital unless you're like bleeding and like almost
Unless
dead.
you're, yeah, really, really sick.
Yeah, don't just, because I know there's some offices that are saying, oh, if you think you have corona, go to the ER. No, don't do that to the ER. That's just.
Yeah, because the ER has a lot of other patients who need emergency
Yes.
stuff.
The ER stands for emergency.
Yeah, and I don't know that passing along the COVID to all those people who are already in dire straits is a good idea.
And you know, you can call your doctor's office and say, hey, I'm having these symptoms. Can you please just let me come in for 5 minutes, swab my nose? And
my sister works in the healthcare industry, as you know, and she's literally on the front lines because she works in pediatrics, and a lot of kids and their parents have to come into the office. And so, you know, it's kind of a scary time for all healthcare workers, whether they're in a lab or whether they're on the front lines or whatever it might be. And our hats go off to you guys because you're going into work every day.
Yeah.
If you can get tires.
Yeah, if you can get tires and an oil change and your car doesn't blow up, you know.
Sometimes some of the places that have been told to not provide these services because they're not essential, they weren't thought through as well as they could have been.
That is the truth.
Is that as politely as I can put it?
Yes. They can still suck it. And I have not been back since then.
I cannot blame you.
I will not.
Darken their doors.
No, I will not.
She's livid. It's not often you get to see people who are livid.
And this is after 3 weeks.
Yeah, she's calmed down now. Notice she's a redhead.
Yeah. Well, you know, my other half.
Yeah, she goes like this. The guy's nickname is Tree. He's like this high. There's no. He's this big. He's huge. He's one of the few people I look up to, literally up his nostrils. He's like 4 or 5 inches taller than I am. So
you know, poor Tree. You know, he's living it hard. Yeah.
Yeah. He's living real difficult. He is a medic. What is his actual title?
He's a paramedic. When he's in when he's at home in the state of Illinois, the United States of America, he is a paramedic on an ambulance.
Okay.
Most of the time he is working internationally.
I don't know how they get him in the ambulance because he's about, what is he, 6'7"?
6'7", 6'8". You put boots on him, he's 6'9". So barefooted,
that should
he's
fit
6'7".
fine in the ambulance. I don't see a problem with that at all. Anyway, so you get this giant man in this iron box, and right now he is assigned to St. Thomas.
Yes, he is living in paradise.
Yeah, with PPEs.
Yes.
He is in the gear that would, if I wasn't having a coronary before he got there, I'm going to have one now because I've seen the picture of him in the PPE, and
I will pull it up for you.
it's a giant in a personal protection, whatever. What does it stand for again?
Personal protective equipment.
Yes.
Now you have to remember.
He looks like a giant space alien, is what he does.
Now you have to remember he's big.
Allow me to hold it up to the camera.
He's got a big head, and he's got a big beard.
He's got a huge cranium.
So he doesn't fit in the regular masks.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
is coming at you from the ambulance. If you weren't having a heart episode before, you will now.
We still love you, Tree.
We do. We miss you, buddy. Although you send me one more picture of your bare feet on a beach, and I might just throw your toenails away. I'm just saying. Yeah, she'll yank them off. I ain't touching them big flippers. Also, we need to mention the blessing of the bikes is rescheduled. We both ride motorcycles,
yes.
As does her husband. If it happens on this date, I think it will be a small miracle in itself. May 31st is the rescheduled date.
Yes.
Normally it's around Easter.
Yes.
Obviously, we're all locked up. Quarantined.
All of our civil rights have been removed from us.
Yes. All the stuff that our forefathers fought for. Now we have travel papers.
So speaking of,
yes.
Our civil rights have been removed from us. There is a group that on Sundays they go to Springfield, Illinois,
mm-hmm.
and they protest at the steps of the Capitol building.
Really?
Yes. So that way, because this is a bunch of crap that we're supposed to be free Americans.
Yes, and look, we're free to smoke if you're over. Was it 21 now?
Yes.
If you're over 21 now.
And in the state of Illinois,
state of Illinois.
Yeah, smoke pot.
You can smoke pot. You can eat whatever you want. You can drink alcohol if you're over 21. Mm-hmm. And with all that said, all of those have inherent dangers.
Yes.
Carcinogens are everywhere, and that means things that cause cancer.
The sun causes cancer.
Sun causes cancer. You can sunbathe. It's not illegal. You have a right to stupidity. If you want to go out and be stupid, you can do that as long as it doesn't interfere with other person's rights.
That's right.
Like I have a right of freedom of speech, but if I get up in her face and start yelling things at her, that's assault.
Yes.
So.
And when I punch him in the throat, that's assault.
Not where she would punch me. Trust me. I've seen her Facebook page. Punch him right in the. I'm like, can you post that?
No, Dad.
DP, boom. All right. Anyway, so as long as my rights don't interfere with her rights, we're all good to go. But at this point in time, my rights and your rights are not allowed to intersect at all.
Yeah. You
have to stay in your place. I have to stay in my place. The only reason we can get out is for good reason, essential reasons, like getting groceries or shopping at a clothing store.
No, you can't shop at clothing stores.
Oh, some you can.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Maybe they're under the radar.
And Lord help them, because I am a firm believer in free society and free business. That is what our society is based upon. That's what my forefathers, your forefathers, everybody's forefathers fought for. I believe your son was in the Navy too, right?
My son's in the Navy. My daughter-in-law is in the Navy. I have several very good friends that are in the military of every branch.
Yeah, mine too. And a lot of retired military friends as well. So the idea being that those rights were paid for with blood.
Yes.
Hard fought and much respect to all of those people. We as a nation have taken that away from everyone right now. And I get it when Texas goes, I don't know that we're going to stay in there for that long, Chief. We're going to do what we have to. Yeah. Common sense distancing. If you go and you see somebody is sweating profusely and they're sick and they're coughing and hacking, don't you avoid them anyway?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go around to the stuff where they've been touching it and go, I need to buy that. No.
Okay, so talking about touching, this is another one of my pet peeves.
Touching.
You know, if you're driving in your car,
Yes.
you're in a car by yourself.
Yeah, it's just your germs.
You don't need to wear the mask.
No.
You don't need to wear the gloves.
Yeah, it's your car.
And-
Unless you've stolen it.
Dude, that is true. Then that's.
We just read an article. Here's what she's alluding to. We just read an article. Was a guy in Cincinnati? Cleveland? Somewhere in Ohio.
I think it was Cleveland.
Somewhere in Ohio. And the dude passed out from wearing his not mask.
His N95 mask.
The good ones.
Yes.
And he was wearing it in his own vehicle. Couldn't get enough oxygen in, I guess.
Passed out.
Passed out.
Wrecked his car.
Mm-hmm. Now he was trying to avoid getting sick. Now he's got injuries.
Yeah. And a totaled out car.
And a totaled out car.
Because he hit a telephone pole.
And
you know,
people are talking about him
yeah.
everywhere going, you're an idiot.
And, you know, the gloves are a big one for me. You want to wear gloves? That's fine.
That's fine.
I don't care.
If you're a germaphobe, that's good.
But understand
Mm-hmm.
that if you go to a lab, such as the one that I work for, and yes, this happened to me this week.
Uh-oh.
Had a lady come in with her mask on,
Mm-hmm.
had her gloves on. She had to do a urine test for her doctor. She didn't take her damn gloves off.
And then, so you get the pee-pee in the cup, and then she goes to hand it to you.
Oh no, she leaves it in the bathroom because I ain't touching that without my gloves.
Right?
But you just touched everything, including your own hoo-ha with your gloves.
And now your gloves are contaminated.
Yeah.
You got hoo-ha on them.
Yeah. You know, one of the worst.
I don't know why I'm holding my hands like this, but I'm like
know.
Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands.
You know, when you're in your own vehicle, there's no need to wear the gloves.
If
and the
your
mask.
germs are in there, you've already got it.
Yeah. You know, you want to wear the gloves when you go to the grocery store.
Sure.
And yeah,
I get
that's
it.
fine. Especially when you go to the gas station to pump gas, because the gas pumps are the worst for germs.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I completely get it. But when you're done, take the gloves off, throw them away,
Yeah.
and use a new pair of gloves.
And see, that's just it. I mean, they're costly. To
Yes.
get the good ones, they cost money.
Yeah.
And I get it. You're trying to reuse them. You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I coach boxing. Here's the one thing we don't do. When you put the rubber gloves on because your fighter is going to bleed,
Mm-hmm.
it happens. And you touch their face and you do the stuff and you put the inswell and the whole thing. You strip them off and you throw them away. You don't leave them on
Mm-mm.
and touch your next fighter.
No.
No. Separate gloves. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. Almost lost a job one time because they sent me out as a public figure to a fair festival event.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to shake hands with people, and there was a game that they had us play that everybody came up and had to touch the parts of the game.
Mm.
Our place to play the game was right next to the porta potties.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm. There's no running water in the porta potties, and I know this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a station outside for disinfectant stuff.
Yeah, hand sanitizers.
Nobody used it. I watched.
Yes.
So I had a rubber glove on one hand so that I could pick up the parts of the game, put them back for other people to play. My boss said, "Why have you got that rubber glove on?" And I go, "Have you seen what they're coming out of the porta potties coming right here?" Yeah, I almost lost that job because of that. I'm just saying.
Common sense, people.
There was a lady with a lizard on. She had a 5.5 foot iguana sitting on her shoulder.
You know, at one of the other villas that Tree lived in,
I know.
he had iguanas and
Wild iguanas.
Yes, they were in the trees and the bushes.
I tried to get him to
outside.
ship some back. He said he can't.
He named them. Each and every one of them
Didn't
had
have
a
one
name.
named Igor?
Was it Igor? Shit, I don't know.
I don't know. Freddie?
Oh yeah, they all had their own names, and he knew which one was which.
Yeah.
By
yeah.
which tree they were in.
He's He had a lot of free time that escapade, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He's staring at the iguanas, becoming
Yeah.
friends with them. They're
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, what's up?
Yeah, sitting out on the deck overlooking Megan's Bay. You know, they're in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah, life's tough.
In his kilt, drinking coffee.
In his kilt.
Yes.
Kilt, mind you.
Yes, true.
6'7",
kilt.
6'8", kilt.
Yes.
He's a hairy man.
He's Italian. Yep.
That's a lot of hair.
That is a lot of hair. Mm-hmm.
Probably got to wax those legs before he goes to the beach next time.
You know, that's not. It's the back. It's the back.
We digress. He's like
Yes.
a Wookiee. We get it. Anyway, so yeah. So this lady at the fair,
Mm-hmm.
I had to take my glove off because the boss said so. So I'll take the glove off. And I'm like, oh, those are gross. I got to touch these. And people were just eating their corn dogs. And they were in the porta potty with their food. And then they came back out. And yeah. This lady had iguana poop all down her back. She had no clue.
Oh.
I mean, and if you've never seen an iguana poop, it is like a runny egg. It's just viscous. It's just, and I'm just like, nope, not going to tell her. Yeah, because
If
she'll ask me to
you're-
dust it off her, and I'm not going to.
You're that stupid to walk around with an iguana on your back.
Yeah, they make leashes for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure the iguana had a great time at the festival.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
It's like the people who take the dogs to the fair,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, you can't take the dog on the ride.
No.
The dog's hot. It's walking on asphalt and concrete, and it.
It burns its little paws.
Mm-hmm.
Not very smart.
Yeah, well, probably related to me then. Anyway,
Speaking of dogs,
yes.
we have a very good friend of ours that is a dog trainer, trains dogs for PTSD, for diabetes, for all that fun, interesting stuff. Anyway, he posted a picture. He has Malinois, and posted a picture of his littlest Malinois. He bought her some tactical goggles, and she's standing on a stool, not a stool, but a stump, and she's like barking or growling or whatever, mouth's wide open.
Looking tough.
She got these little goggles on, and it's hilarious. I'll have to find the picture for you. It's very, very cute.
I love Malinois. I don't have enough energy to put up with them.
Gosh, no doubt.
They are like the ADD of the dog family.
They are. And they
And
can.
HDD. They're just like, oh, look, a squirrel. Kill it. What? No, run. Hide.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're very focused,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but at the same time, they're easily,
Yeah. One of the times that he went out of town, he asked me to go over and let his dogs out, feed them, all that. And Dasha decided she wanted to play fetch. And then I had Argus, the search and rescue dog, that wanted to play fetch with a rock, because that was his game. A rock. You could pick up a rock, throw it, and he could find that particular rock by the scent, your scent. Dasha didn't like that. She wanted me to be playing with her. She bit me on the butt. Yeah, she was mad because I was playing fetch with Argus.
Stop. Just quit. Stop it. So, dog's like, yeah, that's why I bit her. Right there in the rump.
Yeah.
So, this is when it all fell apart. All right. So, I had a Rottweiler, and God rest his soul. He was a great animal. Kidney cancer got him. His name was Justice. Justice was 146 pounds of muscle, and he was very protective of my family. Was great with the grandkids, and they would climb on him, and he's just like, whatever. Basically a big hound dog.
Oh, yeah.
For them. Now, there were other folks. They were like, hound dog my butt. That dog is mean. He is not mean.
Yeah.
But you mentioned a rock. He would chew on rocks.
I've heard of dogs doing that.
So I'm sitting in my office one day, and I hear this. And I turn around, Justice, what do you got? He goes, and a rock falls out. And he looks at me like, that's what I got. And I said, leave that alone. So he scoots over away from it. I go back to work. Justice, drop it. And I look over and he goes, just third time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I get it. All right, whatever, dude. Third time I go, Justice. I turn around and look at it real quick and
I don't have it.
I wasn't doing that. It was me. Yeah.
I'm innocent, Dad.
Yeah. I was trying to do audio work, so I'm like doing this kind of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen. Really, dude? It's the 15th take. I can't even say, come on. Yeah. So that's what I do is audio work. So if you need me to voice something, feel free to get a hold of me.
Get that chocolatey voice.
Sadly, this is my normal voice. This is the only one I've got. Everybody's like, you should be in radio. No, I shouldn't have been. It was a stupid choice on my part. I could have been an attorney and be retired by now.
Think about all the people you get to meet on the radio, though. When you're out and about. Not when you're stuck in the studio, but
well, I met you. I didn't meet you through the. Well, I did meet you through the radio, I guess. So that was a good thing.
Oh yeah.
But, and I have met a lot of really nice people. I also met some real buttheads.
That is true.
Worked with some of them.
You get that everywhere, though.
Yeah, that's true. Every kind of job, whether you're digging a ditch or sitting behind a desk, there's somebody somewhere who's just. Yep. My grandfather used to have a saying about this is going to be bad. Okay, so my grandfather, ReePlay Sanders, was a one-legged Indian in a wheelchair. So I'm a kid, and I'm looking at pretty girls, and he goes, "Hey, you know what the problem is with that?" I'm like, "No, what is it, Grandpa?" There's somebody somewhere sick of her crap.
That is true.
I'm like, I didn't understand that till a lot of years later, like yesterday. Yesterday was when I figured that out. Yeah.
It only took you what? 40-some years?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go with that. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about? This is our first live video, and if y'all like the show, make sure you subscribe and share the video to lots of folks. We get more subscribers, we get to do more stuff. So.
Yeah, let us know what to talk about. You know, we can talk guns, we can talk motorcycles.
She could talk guns. I could load guns. That's about all. I can fire them. Her husband proves that I am not a great shot. Yeah, but
you know, and make sure that when you load your gun, you have one in the chamber ready to go.
Well, not while you're loading it.
Well, no. No.
And there's the lawsuits. Again, all disclaimers. We don't know nothing about nothing. We are not experts on anything except how screwed up our lives are. So,
and if you ask Tree, you know, he'll tell you that a hammer will kill you in a heartbeat. You know, because a hammer
will kill you,
or
in
a safety,
what?
Safety and a hammer, they're bad. You don't want to have a safety and a hammer on your gun. You want to be able to just pull your gun
and shoot.
Shoot.
So buy a revolver.
No.
A hammerless revolver.
No revolvers. Can't have enough bullets in them.
The first time I went shooting with him, I teacupped just to irritate him. Put the weapon out here. Teacupped it. He goes, "You're afraid the magazine's going to fall out?" Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I notice I have to look up at him. Yeah, you're scary. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Y'all be safe. Take care of each other. Anything you want to say?
Peace out. Love your soldiers.
Yo. God bless our military. Each and every one of them. We do respect you and thank you so much for what you do, and our healthcare workers and first responders. Hard workers. A lot harder than sitting in a studio talking.
God bless America.
God bless America, by golly. How do you turn this thing off? It would probably help if I put my glasses on. This is what happens when you can't see anything. End stream. Is that what we do?
I think so.
Okay. Are you sure you want to end your stream?
Well, it
Sounds like a UTI problem.
It does sound like a UTI problem.
I'm gonna say